Hello YouTube, it's CN Maritime History here back with another video, and today I will be talking about the SS Washington. Now if you are a ship buff like me, you will notice that this is actually a picture of the SS Manhattan. I could not find any non-copyrighted pictures of SS Washington online to use in my PowerPoint, so I took this picture of the Manhattan, which looked extremely similar to the Washington. However, the Washington did have a brown paint up here on the, what do you call it? I guess compass platform? That's what it's... No, sorry, the bridge roof. I guess that's what it would be. I don't know, I've never really studied the SS Washington, but I thought it would be cool to do a video on, so here it is. The Washington was ordered by Transatlantic Steamship Company and laid down on the 20th of January 1931 in Shipway O at New York Shipbuilding in Camden, New Jersey. By the time the vessel was launched on August the 20th, 1932, Transatlantic Steamship's assets have been acquired by International Mercantile Marine, which is the same company that owned the White Star Line, which made Titanic. And the Washington went into service for United States Lines following delivery on May the 2nd, 1933. At the time of her construction, Washington and her sister ship Manhattan, shown here, also built by New York Shipbuilding, were the largest liners ever built in the United States, a status they held until the 1939 launch of SS America. Washington and Manhattan were two of the few pure ocean liners built by New York Shipbuilding, which had previously built a large number of cargo liners. Accommodations were as follows: 580 in cabin, 400 in tourist, and 150 third class. Both ships were to garner a reputation for a very high standard of service and luxury. United States Lines signed contracts in 1931 for the Manhattan and Washington for approximately $21 million each. This was a substantial cost in the Depression era and considered a gamble by men in the passenger liner business. The Haskellite Manufacturing Corporation provided various types of Haskellite plywood for both ships. Washington joined her sister ship Manhattan on the New York-Hamburg, Germany route, a route she continued to serve with only one short break until December 1939. When President Roosevelt invoked the 1939 Neutrality Act against Germany. Both ships then moved to the New York-Naples Genoa run until June 1940, when the Battle of France was raging. Its last voyage from Europe to America, made specifically to repatriate U.S. citizens, departed from Genoa, Lisbon, Le Verdun-sur-Mer, which is near Bordeaux, France, June 8th, and Galway on June 12th, encountering a German U-boat off the coast of Portugal on the morning of June 11th. Now, when this U-boat saw the Washington, it says the morning. However, it was very early morning. It was like 5 in the morning. The sun wasn't even up yet. I believe it was 5 in the morning. There's a whole website about it, like Washington sees a U-boat or something. Anyway, SS Washington was spotted by a U-boat. Now, I don't really have a picture of it on here, but I have seen it. Now, if you look up online, SS Washington with flags, or, yeah, with like flags painted on her side, there's a picture of SS Washington with her side in this region over here of the side of the ship on both sides that has huge American flags and says SS Washington, United States Lines. That was to show enemy subs that this was an American ship and was neutral. However, being at night, and those were not lit up because, you know, it's wartime, so you wouldn't have your lights on. The sub couldn't see that, so for, I don't know, an hour or so, they went back and forth and said, we'll sink your ship in 10 minutes, but in reality, they never sank the ship, and then the next morning, Washington just steamed out of there. But yeah, it's an interesting story. And she arrived in New York on June the 21st. Austrian jurist Hans Kelsen and his family embarked Washington to Lisbon on June the 1st. With the increasing danger from German submarines, SS Washington and SS Manhattan were shifted to the New York-San Francisco service via the Panama Canal. On June the 6th, 1941, Washington was requisitioned and leased by the U.S. Navy, and was subsequently commissioned as the troopship USS Mount Vernon, which I guess is fitting because what she's named after. The conversion was performed by the Philadelphia Navy Yard. In Navy service, Mount Vernon frequently sailed in company with the other United States fast liners, SS Manhattan, which is now known as USS Wakefield, and SS America, the newer ship, which sister ship United States, sort of. There's a huge, like, building gap between them, but they are known as sister ships in some respect. And the America was known as the USS West Point. Most notably on a secret assignment carrying British troops to Singapore, a convoy mission which began a month after Pearl Harbor. No, before, sorry. In January 1946, Mount Vernon was decommissioned and returned to the U.S. Maritime Commission, regaining the name Washington at that time. Her luxurious appointments have been carefully removed and then stored, and she returned to commercial service in February 1947. However, only one deck was restored to pre-war standards, and the ship provided accommodations for 1,106 passengers in one class. United States Lines returned her to the U.S. government in October 1951, and the final phase of her career found her transporting soldiers and their families between New York and Bremerhaven, which is in Germany. She was laid up in reserve in the Hudson River in 1953, and was ultimately scrapped at Kearney, New Jersey in 1965. So guys, that is the story of the SS Washington, which is, actually I didn't mention it before, but I guess I probably should now. This is part 1 of our new series, which will be the United States Line series, and such names that will be covered in videos will be like the America, probably one of the more famous ones, especially the United States, which currently is about 4 hours from here at my house. I really want to go visit it, but we can't because of the, numbers going around right now, so, well, sorry. But I hope to visit it someday. It would be really cool to see it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoy the new video series coming out. Remember to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you want any video ideas for any new videos. And also, check out the new part of the channel, CN Space History, that only has 2 videos right now, but I'll be posting more. See you guys. Bye.